here. I'd like to introduce David Hackett and group, I guess. David Hackett is a son of the wealthy place. He was brought up on the knee of Bishop Bill. All right.
Amen. I'm going to first introduce our chief of our department, Fernando Gray. This is the chief of our department, Las Vegas Crime Rescue. So, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good morning.
All right, again, to our younger member, what did you say you were, 22 years old? Yeah. Again, I appreciate you saying about the energy. Again, this is a time where really want everybody to be energetic and engaged because we really feel like we have some great information to share. I will say I've had the privilege and honor to be the fire chief here for the city of Las Vegas for roughly about 2 years. And I will say when I first came to this community, one of the things I quickly identified is the fact that our staff, our members, it wasn't a very diverse group of people. So one of the things that we've tried to do over the last 2 years is again try to basically get out in the community and make sure that everyone understands that there's opportunities for you to become a member of our beloved organization. Again, to your point, we actually have a native son of this community. We actually have Battalion Chief Eckert that is here. He'll speak a little bit, probably provide a little bit of testimony about his experience getting into the fire department. But I just really want to make sure that our community understands that your fire chief, this administration, we definitely feel like diversity is something that we need to do a better job of. And just real quickly, I'll talk about a couple of strategies that we've enacted, to again try to accomplish that. First and foremost, we actually have another person that is a native daughter of our community, Miss Jordan Moore. I know many of you know Jordan. So, although Jordan's not a firefighter, she really knows our community really well. So one of the things that we look at is how do we make sure that we again engage with key stakeholders to again make sure they understand about our community. And not just our community, our department. The second thing is I found that there was a part of our hiring process that was basically prohibitive to people being able to again come into the organization. And that was a requirement of basically an EMT certification. And I will say that what we were seeing is that we were not having a lot of people of color, not a lot of diversity coming into our organization because that required certification. So I will say we've removed that requirement. Again, now one of the things that we focused our hiring process on is how do we make sure that we're hiring people based upon values as opposed to their credentials. So at the end of the day, again, really, really excited to be here in front of you. Again, I'm going to pass the microphone to Chief Eckert. He'll talk to you a little bit about his experience with the fire department and also our hiring process. So again, really, really appreciate the opportunity to speak to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, as Chief has spoken and Chief Farmer mentioned, I am from Vegas. Bishop McDonald did raise me up. So, good morning, sir. How you doing? Good morning to everybody. I'm thankful to be here before you all today. So, just a little brief history. This is my 20th year on the fire department here. And being here in this valley, it's been a blessing for me. And I've grown and learned a lot here. But as Chief was speaking, this is an important time that we're in right now. It was a major hurdle that I had to face to even get onto the fire department. That hurdle was me having to get this EMT certification that he was speaking of. Now, we in church, right? Yes. So look at your neighbor and say, now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time. What happened was I had to get this certification. And the brief story I'm going to tell you is now this gentleman right here, this is Captain DeJuan Robinson, one of my best friends in the world right here. Both of us, by happenstance, and it was not by happenstance, we all know that it was the Lord, in fact, that a class came available that was free. A free class came available that me and him were able to participate in, that I was able to get my EMT certification. This EMT certification came and I was able to test and eventually get onto this department. If that class had not came, I would not be standing here before you today. Now, I said now is the time. Chief has been instrumental of this EMT certification being lifted. That has not happened in the 20 years that I've been on this department. This is now the time that it's been lifted. So the recruitment has been open, wide open, under the leadership of Chief Gray.